Not that she wanted to insult cockroaches or the average everyday criminal who needed a bath. Still, she had to admit that while Tom had failed miserably as a husband, so far the man hadn't let down their son. Like it or not, and for the record, she didn't like it one iota. She had to give him that. She sighed. "I know. It's just, a whole month is too long. A month you swore you were going to use to get your life back on track," Lacey reminded her. "You've refused to join a dating service, refused our offer to go bar hopping with you, and now you're saying no to all our suggestions." "Cruising bars with 2 pregnant women?" Kathy said, eyeing the rounded bellies of her friends. And while she should have been proud of her flat abdomen and size 5 jeans, it wasn't pride shooting through her earlier when she placed her hand on Sue's tummy to feel the baby kick. "I'm sure the men would be all over us. Besides, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a man to date if it kills me. Though for the record, it just might." "Did he bring her with him when he picked up Tommy?" Sue asked. Kathy wished she could pretend she didn't understand the question, wished she'd never told them that Tom had married the other woman. But during the last Jack Daniels night, at which, quite unfairly, neither Sue nor Lacey could imbibe, Kathy had accidentally spilled her guts. Or at least, she'd spilled a bit of them. The big secrets were still in the bag, and they could stay bagged. It would take more than a couple shots of Jack for her to hang out her dirty laundry, even to her 2 closest friends. The pause hung heavy in the air, and Kathy realized they were waiting for a response. "The toe was in the car but didn't get out." "I'll bet she's 21, has fake boobs and more tattoos than her IQ quotient," Sue suggested. Her friends had no idea how much Kathy wished that was so. The clatter of heavy machinery shot across Lacey's patio, interrupting the soft sounds of a spring day. Lacey looked over her shoulder. The lot next door sold, and they're starting. "Hot damn!" Her head whipped back around. "Guess whose truck is next door?" "Whose?" Kathy and Sue both shifted to see. Lacey giggled. "Mr. Lost My Screwdriver, the plumber." "You mean Mr. I Want to Clean Out Kathy's Pipes?" Sue added. Kathy's gaze shot from the truck parked at the curb to the nearby group of men. A fluttery feeling hit her stomach. Not the fluttery feeling that required Beano. "This is a sign," Sue said. Even across the distance, Kathy could pick Stan out. He stood taller than the others, and no doubt had the sexiest smile. He was probably the only one who smelled like freshly cut grass with a hint of mint. From the first time she'd laid eyes and nose on Mr. Bradley, he'd taken over all her fantasies. Normally, Kathy selected her leading men from movies. They were Matthew McConaughey types, and a tad more white collar. Who knew she'd go weak-kneed over a tall, dark, and fine-looking man wielding a pipe wrench? But no matter how hard she worked at bringing in a new star, Stan pushed his way into her bedroom fantasies, shoved Matthew off the mattress, and crawled in beside her. "Why don't you go say hello?" Sue wiggled in her chair like a kid who had to pee. "He's not alone," Kathy replied, feeling her pulse race. "So," Lacey said, "if he gives you the cold shoulder like he did on the phone, turn your charm on his buddies. That'll teach him." Lacey looked again. "1 or 2 of them might even be worth smiling at." "It would teach him, wouldn't it?" Kathy remembered the hollow feeling she'd gotten last week when she'd called, and he told her he didn't have time to come check her leaky faucet. He'd always made time before. He'd even found a way to make things like changing toilet rings into a 3-day job, without charging for his time, of course. She'd known what he was doing, finding a reason to hang around. The man knew how to flirt. She'd enjoyed every moment of it, too, even if at the end of each day she'd refused all his advances. He had no idea how much he and he alone